Aloha.
Hello.
How you doing, guys? Darren, Purves, and Valhalla in the studio over a wee Zoom call here. We're going to work on this wee tech number, wee tech house, I would say. Sort of tech house, isn't it?
Wee bit in the middle, aye.
A bit in the middle. This is probably we've not worked on this since the last live stream, have we?
It's been a while, to be fair. I think it's been a month, 5 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
A while, mate.
It has been a while.
Busy.
As you can see, I'm in space. Woohoo! And
I've got
Darren, could you explain your situation over there?
It's this babysitter. I don't know.
He's looking a bit. I wouldn't say. I don't know.
Suspicious.
A wee bit suspicious.
He's keeping an eye on me.
Aye. Right, let's have a
Make sure I didn't clip.
Let's have a wee preview of this. See where we're at.
I'm just jumping straight into it, aye?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's go.
Just have a wee listen to it and see what we can do.
I think it's all just a bit random for here because we were just jamming that last point.
Bit though, I mean that's good. It's starting to take that journey. So about there, like I would take obviously those swing claps, just put them somewhere for another bit. I think roughly about this area we should sort of go into a break, sort of start building it up.
About 65 or 64.
About 65. Just trying to think here.
Okay.
Like, maybe having like on the break, the kick's still there, but on a high pass filter, and the bass is out. You know what I mean? So it's just the kick, but obviously without the low end. So have it like that, and then sort of I don't know. I was thinking like maybe something like. Sort of strings or something, not like a melody,
like
string,
retro strings, like sort of
like
vintage strings.
Like the sort of the high key string, if that makes sense.
I can't what you mean.
Like in house.
I've got a few. There's like,
So we're streaming on Facebook at Valhalla Techno. On Twitch as well at Groove Shark Records and YouTube at Groove Shark Records. Pop on the chat, give us a little hiya.
No excuse, it's Bank Holiday Monday.
Exactly.
You're in the house.
Exactly. If you've got any questions as well, anything at all, get it in the chat.
I had a few samples of high strings, to be fair. Just trying to find them. Just bit of quickness.
Yeah, man.
Not that.
That's something like off the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Valhalla style.
Why?
There we go. Sort of what you're looking for, but no, the right one.
Here's a second. There was
What is it at the bottom?
one of those. If you were to just sort of
Always transpose it as well.
yeah, what I was thinking is there was one of them that was quite light. It wasn't too. Is it maybe number 6? That's a disco string right there. Number 7.
That one.
Up. Right, go for that one. And then, like you say, you could transpose it or something, but if you just have it sort of just faintly in the background, it just provides some sort of, I don't know, texture. Becky Brennan saying, see, you've still got that amazing background, Darren Purves. That's his inspiration back there. Keeping an eye on him.
Exactly. He's the one that's actually my ghost producer back there.
Ainsley Harriott, ghost producer.
He's the guy that's behind all my tunes.
Damn right.
Taking away the kick in that though, so.
Wait now. See when you just played that? See if, like, we're obviously going 65 is going to be the break, right? But what if you were to, like, bring that sort of in around maybe the 49 mark, 57 mark?
The strings, yeah?
Yeah, and just sort of maybe fade it in, so it could be like, even just by volume up, or high pass filter up, something like that, so it fades in. But that sounded quite good, and it sort of gave me the idea, because then you could take everything away, and all that's left is the down, 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 down with the string, and then we could start building that.
Since I'll get it on the right timing. I'll transpose it as well, because let me see those pianos that you've made. They're in audio as well. Just trying to mind the key. It's in here actually. A D sharp?
Yeah, I think it was the actual chord I did was a G, D, and a D sharp all together. I think that was it. So that would make sense. A wee techie chord.
So we need to go up 7, transpose it up 7. Still doesn't sound.
Right, give us a second. I'll open up my Fruity Loops. It's that one there. It's definitely that note there.
Just know that it's what do you think of the string? Still know the right sound.
I don't know.
What about a pad? I used a pad for my last.
Yeah.
To replicate that noise.
That's completely fine. I usually use. Is it Nexus? Aye, there's a few pads on Nexus I usually use for the sort of high pads and strings. I had an orchestral expansion pack for it. It was quite good.
I used to have the contact strings. Can't remember what happened.
For the Korg Legacy collection.
Honestly,
no.
No. That's the M1, is it? No.
Could be
for the old vintage.
Yeah.
Thing. Bear with me 2 seconds. Just flinging a pad in here.
No worries. yeah, just giving you guys a little insight to how the tracks are made, sort of the process as well. It's just being able to produce over the internet now is just unreal. Back in the days with dial-up, you had to download a track would take you a whole afternoon for a radio edit. Never mind a full quality WAV.
Mind, what was it? LimeWire.
LimeWire, Kazaa. Oh
Aye.
man,
There was another one that was quite famous. Napster or something.
yeah. I never used that
Right.
one, but
Those were the days. 49, okay. Higher.
I am not sure. Right. Keys.
It's in there so we could use it, like, well, it's ready sort of thing.
Yeah.
I go through different noise.
Did you hear that noise? Oh, hold on.
What noise?
I've got my Fruity Loops open, so I'm just seeing if you can hear anything that I'm doing. Oh, feck. Okay. Keyboard's not working. Did you hear that?
No.
Right, okay. Give us a second. Just keep mucking about with the string. I'll just see if I can get this sorted so you can hear what's going on.
See, because I'm not used to flinging loads of melodic elements in. I'm trying to keep it to a minimum. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh, I've had an art for a whatever, but I'm like,
yeah. I know how that feels though, because like when I used to
digest it.
Yeah, when I used to do like hard dance and stuff as well, like it was all melody driven. I'd usually start with a melody and then build it from there. But it's a different way of producing completely. It says it's active.
So what sort of style would you say this is then? Like,
I would say sort of it's like tech house. It's like right in the middle of house and techno. I mean, it is very. I would say it's more on the techno side, but it's still.
it's the chords. I think it's the piano chords that kind of make it that hybrid. Because without the piano,
Okay, I need to change the zoom settings, I think, because I don't think you can hear anything
I cannot, mate.
I'm doing. Okay. Options.
So I'm guessing this is going to be like the main bass through it, or sorry, throughout.
Yeah, it doesn't. I wouldn't say that would really change.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to hear what I'm doing, but I'll try and do a wee pad and maybe send it to you.
I'll just have another wee listen to this.
Oh man.
See if I can get this.
Oh man, I've maybe got something. What BPM is this again? 126, right?
126.
Right, I'm going to send you this. See what you think. What I've done is I've just used the exact same chord, but in this pad. I've rolled the cut off slightly away, but it's quite a sparkly chord. But I don't know. It's got like a wee sinister tone in there, if you know what I mean. But I think that's mostly because of the chord, right? So
Get it sent. It's quite a weird. That's what I think when I was playing the G. I think it's got a wee bit tension to it or something.
Aye, it's the tension. It's all about the tension. Wee dusty bit there, aye.
It was just a wee baby crumb there.
Right.
I'm OCD with my desk, like any wee bit.
Oh man, I'm exactly the same. Total wiping it down and shit. Right, let me.
I've got a wee saxophone. I've got quite a lot of stuff in here. We've just not really played a bit with. That scene at the mask for me.
Oh, what? It somehow went. It's like the same key.
Aye, speaking of which, what is that key?
Okay, so
C minor.
So do you? Just try to think here. The reverb and the delay is quite nice on this. You know what? I'll just I'll leave a bit of a gap at the end of it.
Got some vocals in here. What are these? Oh, that'll be a swift note.
Right, man. I'm gonna. Totally like that fucking. What's that chicken?
I don't know what it is about that bit, but that kind of works.
Oh man.
So a wee flurry.
A wee flurry. Saxophone flurry.
Been using Effectrix quite a lot. Is that what it's called? Effectrix. I love it.
I've heard about that, but I've never used
Good
it.
man. Just for like, say, oops.
DAS pads. Right. Just export in the now. I'll send you over Zoom.
It's probably not going to be good for this style, but
you see that? That looks quite similar to Glitch. Is it Glitch?
That's what I used to. I prefer Glitch, I think, but
yeah, because you got that stretcher, so it made it sound total like back in the 90s. Yeah. I'm not sure about the saxophones.
Eh?
I'm not sure about the saxophones.
No, it's not. That's just. I'm not scared.
Oh, you just muck a bit.
Not really keeping that. Like, it sounds like something for the mask. In that scene when he dances with Cameron Diaz. Is it Cameron Diaz? Aye, Cameron Diaz. Smoking. Love the mask.
Oh, me too. Anything Jim Carrey I loved. Dumb and Dumber too.
Still cracks me up, that.
I like it a lot.
Smitty's like...
and the truck.
The budgie and that, I know.
Oh, his head fell off.
Apologies if we're a bit slow today, folks. We're not really. We're just some jamming, to be honest. It's not really like we've not got an objective. We're just jamming.
We're just jamming.
Not really jamming because not put much in. But let me.
I've
add something actually.
You know when you're exporting something on Ableton, is it like go to 100% and then it just stays there, nothing's happening. That's what mine just done now.
Nah, mate, yours is broken by the sound of it.
Fucking abort.
Right, let me see. I'll try some. Do you want me to look at some stabs, like some tonal stabs?
Could do. Gary Murray saying, "Hon the lads." I think that was meant to say "Mon the lads."
I can't see any chat, so hello to everybody that's watching.
Aloha.
Let me check. In fact, I'll get it up on my pad.
Right, I think my Fruity Loops is broke. No.
If something could go wrong, of course it will happen on live stream.
It's always when it goes live. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Right, in the meantime.
Got some seagulls out there, Daz.
You hear them, eh?
I can hear your seagulls, eh?
Little bastards, man. They were picking the rubbish at my bin earlier. I had to go and chase them away twice.
Oh man, the other morning, right in my work, literally just arrived and I was walking up and there was this seagull that had another seagull in its head. Like it had the seagull's head in its mouth, and I was like, what the fuck?
They're savages, man. They're savages.
Man. And the other wee seagull was just sitting there like taking it to it. It wasn't even fighting back. I was like, fuck's sake. So I just scared them away. There it is.
I won't play your end, but
that's the story of the seagulls.
The pest, like.
Oh,
I'm just apologies if I'm just trying to set up my
Amanda
pad so I could see the chat
hola.
and that.
Hola.
Oi, oi, Amanda.
Oi, oi, Amanda. Right, I'm going to try Fruit Loops again.
I'm just trying to get on a Twitch today.
No worries. In the meantime, guys, if you've got any questions, production related or just in general, you can fire them away.
Oh,
what was
that sounded quite nice.
That sounded quite nice.
See if that on the offbeat.
No, I would say that was like a wee hit, like just as it comes into another part, like. Doof.
There's two. I want some delay in it as well.
Like on the beat, right, and then have it. Could you have it panning left and right, like total, like
a delay with some ping pong on it.
Ping pong delay.
Let's see. A bit lighter, or
like that, I think. Can you pitch it down to make it sound dark? It's in the right key.
like
I don't know, just having a wee.
So low you'll not even hear it, I think.
Aye. Keep it where it is. Right, epic pads.
You could even do a quick reverse into that if you.
Aye.
Do that there and just.
Sounds good, yeah.
Longer. Then I don't know, maybe that's just me hearing it in another, I could hear that going in a different direction there. See when that stab hits? Right, how it's got that wee break going.
Yeah.
And then like a stab higher, like, I'm hearing it in my head.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Do whatever you need to. This is funny because it's like, I call it producer talk, because it's like if you've got something in your head, it's like
trying to get it
It's
out
almost like
sometimes is like,
beatboxing it out. You know what I mean? Before to get the other.
and it's going to go higher, like just a bit, and then fall back on that one. Well, just see if I can. Aye, something like.
That reminds me of something else.
I'll call it response. Not gonna. I'm trying not to take it away. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be too electronic.
Trancy. It's so fucking
Nah,
easy
it's not gonna be that style. Like
Nah,
it's gonna
nah.
be like. It's like oh, I heard it before. See if I could fling a wee bit. Try something here. Have you sent that hangover? Have you?
Dude, I've not even been able to export it yet. Like I'm trying. I've got to. I'm re-scoring the chords. I'm gonna. I think what might be happening is because I've got OBS, I've got Zoom, and I've got Fruity Loops running all at the same time, which it should be able to do. But right.
So if it's G, C, C minor, trying to think the corresponding stab. I'm looking for something like that, like something
obscure.
I could always transpose this.
Right, please work.
Oh, that's the sort of noise I was looking for.
Oh, yes.
That's the noise I was looking for.
What is going on here?
Don't know, 2 seconds. Somebody trying to phone me on Facebook.
Oh, it's worked, Darren. Woohoo! That's what happens when you go live. These sort of things.
Listen, there I could hear the noise.
I like that. That's definitely the sort of. Okay.
Trying to get the right position for it.
You know what? It's maybe having that doom at the start, right?
That's the knock.
So it has the reverse synth stab, right? But without the actual stab there.
And have this one like
have it sort of that synth stab on the bottom there, that D or whatever, number 13. Have that reverbed out. It's got a tail, but take the low end off. Right, not completely off, but just a wee bit, so it doesn't make it a bit too muddy. It's sounding nice. Like. It's definitely sounding nice, yeah.
What reverb have we got going on here?
See with those the trancier stabs, as I would say. Like I maybe only have them now and again. I wouldn't repeat it too much. So maybe
for another bar coming in like the end.
Yeah, for something that's like when it goes into another section. That's one thing I learned from going to like hard dance or whatever, and then going into techno. It's like the sounds are used, but not as frequent. You know what I mean? It's not every 8th bar or a 16th. It's just now and again. So you don't always expect it either. You know what I mean?
It's like excitement on the ears and that as well.
Yeah, something when it's constantly different and evolving. I mean, that's the beauty of techno. Everything's repetitive, but it's how you transition into every part and take parts away that create a new energy from the same track. It's just, it's fascinating. It really is.
So that's what I love about the whole journey as well. It's just learning, like starting off doing a lot of, like you said, harder stuff, a lot more in, and then over the years you kind of strip it back, learn more about automation and like the smaller things happening rather than adding a lot more in. That's why I'm kind of trying a lot more different styles at the minute.
Yeah, I mean,
still love my trance and that. It's just
no, but I mean that's the beauty of producing. I don't like to stick too much to the one style. You learn different techniques from producing different genres, and you know what I mean. Even acoustic stuff. You know what I mean. Just a guitar and some vocals. There's a different way of producing that to techno or to hard dance or trance. But it all defines your palette. You know what I mean. you get better as a producer doing different styles, I think.
And you pick up wee things from different genres that you wouldn't have necessarily
100%.
applied like before.
Yeah.
All these wee stabs and a lot of the breaks and a lot of the concentration on more of the, like I said, the automation in that has become more key to me over the last wee while.
But I've seen the progression from tracks that you used to send me to now. Wow, man. Like that Broken Society, which is coming out on Graveshark Records this year, probably about June time. It's Darren's first track on Graveshark Records, and it's a banger. It's brilliant. I love how it evolves. It sounds very what's the guy's name? It'll come to me.
Who are we looking for?
The guy for Suara. He was on the label Suara. He's on a lot of different labels, but it's Colvin that was actually put me on to him as well.
Colvin sent me like a few bangers, like you listen to a few of the tracks he sent me.
Yeah, he's got
looking for my phone, where did I put it?
David Bosaka says hola or hola. How you doing, David?
Hola, David.
And if you don't mind, guys, if you would
how's it going, man?
Mind sharing this on your Facebook page, just get everyone tuned in.
I'm just going to grab my phone 2 seconds.
No worries. Just gives everyone a little insight to how we produce music and the sort of process. At the moment, we are doing this over Zoom. Sharing Darren's screen at the moment. He uses Ableton, and I use Fruity Loops. What's really good about this though is I can, like right now, I've just made a little string pad. I could export that in my Fruity Loops, send it over Zoom in like seconds, and then he just loads it right up on his project. So it's really, really convenient. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm not that used to Ableton. He's not. He used to do Fruity Loops, didn't you do? Darren, didn't you do?
Was that, sorry?
Fruity Loops. I'm saying you used to use Fruity Loops back in the day. Was it not?
Aye. Aye. That was my main go-to. I still use it now and again. I like a lot of the built-in, like what was it? Gross beat and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I liked a few of the.
I was just telling everyone like how like convenient it is, because I'm used to Fruity Loops. You're used to Ableton, so you know your go-tos and all your tips and tricks. You know what I mean? So I could literally export something, send it to you, and boom, it's in the project in seconds. It's just really,
it's good. Like I've worked a couple of times over Zoom now, and it's good. I've had a few issues in that here and there, but I kind of once you get it up and running, can't complain.
David saying just connected to say hello. Going to go back to work. I'll catch up with the stream later. Happy producing. Cheers very much. Enjoy your work. Have a nice day.
Indeed.
Amanda O'Neill has a question. How to get out the loop, and do you have any tips for getting tracks finished? I would say to get out the loop, sometimes it's just the matter of taking a break and getting fresh ears and coming back to the project. There's that many times that I've sat there and just been that stubborn that I want to get the track done, or
and you just keep listening to it.
I've planned to do it the day, and the magic's not working, or whatever reason. And I mean, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, and it's just about taking that step back, going back to it, rather than listening to that loop, adding stuff. It's better getting fresh ears and then listen to the whole track. Take notes as well. Like before we started, we listened to the track to start off with, rather than going to a certain section. And to do it, like I find doing that, you sort of in your head here, right, that should go that way, or that should go the other way. But yeah, listen to your track and sort of write notes. Right, that's what should happen, rather than as well stopping the project right there and going, right, I'm going to add that, and then you forget the bigger picture, if you know what I mean. Scott Menzies said, "Know that feeling, lads." How you doing, Scott? But yeah, no. Getting tracks finished.
It's mad. It's getting stuck in the loops.
Getting tracks finished as well is. I can sometimes have maybe 2 or 3 tracks on the go at the same time, but I wouldn't do any more than that. You know what I mean? Because you want to stay focused as well. Getting inspired. That's the biggest thing for me as well. Like, I don't always listen to house and techno all the time. I listen to loads of stuff from, you know what I mean, the 1975 to
1940s, isn't it?
Queen, yeah, to 50s, Jackie Wilson, and fucking, I listen to everything you could think of. You know what I mean? I've just got an appreciation for music in general. And all it can take sometimes is listening to, say, Sam Cooke, right, and you hear some wee loop in that track, and you'll be like, I'm fucking sampling that. That's all it takes. And
sample, that's what it's usually, sample driven, eh?
Yeah,
Well,
you get sample driven. If you're not good on keys, there's so many different things to help you these days. But yeah, I mean, writer's block, me and Darren get all the fucking time. Every producer gets it. You know what I mean? But you always see these videos on YouTube and they're like, so this is how to make a track. And then they're like, boom. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's not like that all the time.
There's no, it's just,
I mean,
it happens what happens. Sometimes you get annoyed because you think you're going to get this track that you started on one day finish. You're like, nice, I'm going to get this finished in a week. I mean, and a year later, still sitting on your hard drive. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean, look at this track as well. Like, we've not been able to go to this for a while. But it's just being persistent as well. Like, instead of, like, we could have started a new project today and this could have get put in the back burner. But being persistent and trying to get it finished, you know. But yeah, fresh ears.
Try and just finish every track, even if it's a track that you're not too happy with, because
I mean,
no in a bad sense, like didn't just put it like pure rubbish, if you know what I mean, like to yourself, but
it's getting it
try and
then
too worry about all the small things, because when is a track ever going to be finished, you know what I mean? Like try and get it out there and then on to the next one. And
it's like my album. I mean, the amount of edits and re-edits and remasters that I have done per track is the most I've done on any material. Like, honestly, it got to the point where I was just like, right, I want to get this album out, done, you know. But there's so many tracks as well that never made the cut. You know what I mean? They're just sitting in the back burner for one day. I'll probably redo them, but they won't get wasted. So I would also say, like, if you've got any tracks that you're like, nah, it's just no feeling it today, just come back to it another time.
Or if you're really not feeling it, just delete it.
Yes,
that's what I started doing as well.
If it does not resonate with you and it's just not, it doesn't get you going, it doesn't excite you, start on something new. Right, I still need to send you this chat.
Got to sit back. Usual. Oh, no. Right, I've added some reverb on these big stabs.
Couldn't hear that one much that way last time.
That's why.
Darren, how do
yes?
I'm being a total noob here, but how do you get your chat up so I can send you stuff? I can't see it. Ping me a message if you've got your chat up, because I can't see anything. I could send you this. Hello. Oh, okay.
Hola.
Hola, señor. Right, just send you this for now.
I'm not sure if they fit or not. What is that?
Like I say though, I wouldn't repeat it too many times. I'll do it in that first one and just let it go. And then let stuff build.
Pads for Daz.
Pads for Daz. That's the one. See what you think of that. AC Fraser saying, nice one, Darren.
What's happening, mate? How you doing?
Scott Menz is saying, good man, hope you're well too, soaking up the knowledge in the day off. Nice one, man, nice one.
Right, download the pads, going to get them in.
Yep, so right now I've just did a wee score on the pads on a VST called Nexus on my DAW, Fruit Loops. I've exported it, sent it to Daz. Now he's going to preview it in the project. Like I say, this is part of the process as well. I could do something, it could either work or it doesn't. You don't know till you try it. So experimenting. With Ainsley Harriet in the background.
Ready, steady, produce.
Cooking beats, man. Cooking beats. Also, guys, check out their event page for the live stream. The next live stream, not producing live stream, it's going to be a DJ set. Darren Purves, he's going to be joining me along with Jay French. 6 hours of non-stop house and techno. It's going to be a blast. So that's the 21st of May, starting at 7 o'clock till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, can't wait, by the way. Can't wait.
Oh man, it's been what, since, I don't know when I done my last live stream. I think it was maybe January or February. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting back in the clubs. I'm going to hopefully do a free party as well this summer, so keep it locked.
I can't wait.
Back in the woods.
Loads coming up for the summer. Loads coming up.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Got these pads already. I'm going to put them in at 49. They sound like they might need transposed, but...
Yeah, I'd maybe turn the volume down on it, maybe take away low. I don't know.
It kind of works. It's like...
It's the same chord. I've just done the same chord, so it should work.
Structure's a bit all over the belt. It's not really from 32 to kind of starts getting a bit messy over here.
I mean, what we could do is like all those swing claps and different bits. If you just shove them all the way to the right, and then we could have a clear canvas just to sort of build on.
So we've got 48.
I would say about 65 bar 65 just to
drop everything.
You drop everything and start building again. You got a wee metronome behind you there. Could hear your clock.
It's so loud, like it's actually ridiculous for a clock. No, that's the thing. It's just a normal wall clock, man. But you think it was like the fucking local town's clock that hangs above the church. And it's fucking noisy, man. 65. You're keeping the piano in, no?
Yeah, on the break. Yeah.
Percussion playing.
So, let me hear this.
Jimmy Sax.
No sax, no sax.
I'm getting rid of the saxophones, like getting rid of all of them.
How about the strings and the piano to start off with? Just see how that sounds. It might not be.
It's like I'm about to be murdered. for a 70s horror movie. Ainsley's behind me tape.
It's creeping you out, man. It's
getting suspicious in here, like.
Oh, I could hear some sort of speech. In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Genuinely, I was going to say, just going to get some Ainsley snippets for the old, what do you call it? Ready, steady, cake. Could actually probably get away with doing that, but obviously not.
Nah, I wouldn't do that, but like, because there's a woman vocal in there, I really think a woman's speech would do really good in there.
Let me have a look.
Moving bodies, moving people.
I know I've got stuff in here. Let me see. Few vocals.
Music makes me, you got the feel, makes my heart sing, make me move, yeah, make me dance, so, make me something in the air.
They've always got to be quite erotic, eh?
Something in the wind, all night long.
Yeah, it's 20 past 11. Beat it back, I'm just going to the toilet.
Never is, man. Never is.
I'm kidding.
Something in the air.
Fuck's sake.
Something in the
Slow the day,
Something
man.
what?
Slow.
It's all good.
But yeah, no, I mean, something like that might have worked if you go through them all.
Bailar.
What? Wait a minute. I thought that was you for a second.
No, man. Fucking go down them. Go down them.
Sentir el ritmo, a sentir el ritmo.
Do berro que o gato deu.
música que envolve o meu corpo. Música.
Whoa. I like it.
Don't know what that means.
Espanol Latina, eh?
Música que envolve o meu corpo. Música que envolve o meu corpo.
Here,
Música.
it might get a hit in Spain.
Música que envolve o meu corpo.
Barcelona.
Música que envolve o meu corpo. Música.
Nah, right.
Right, go down.
Let's get rid of this whole. Do you want me to go through this pack, do you?
Go, yeah.
Que delícia. Essa música. Agora, sim, já
I don't think we've got any
já
English
estou
in here.
¿Está
Doesn't
gustando?
Fuck
Este es
it.
el ritmo
What it
sudaca.
needs to do is sound nice.
Eu quero sentir o
I think that
calor.
would be really good if it was a tribal fucker, but
I've got tribal things as well.
yeah, no, but that will go away from the point that I.
Oh, wait, I've got what you need, man.
Fucking hell! You've got me covered.
What is it about society that disappoints you so much?
Mr. Robot. That's what I used for Broken Society.
Is it? Nice.
Aye.
We collectively thought Steve Jobs was a great man, even when
Thought ISIS was coming through my front door.
Right, man. Right, I'll have a look through my samples as well. 2 seconds.
This is the hard part, producing, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, finding samples. You know what you want, but
It's having 2 different sample selections in front. Well, it's good at the same time because you've got more, but trying to find what you're on about,
I know, man.
something's quite difficult.
Yeah. Right, vocals.
Do berro que
Vamos a bailar.
Baila. Te quiero ver.
Holy shit!
¿Está gustando?
You raped myself there.
Essa música é uma delícia.
It's a sign of
Essa
trouble.
música agora é a hora. Sí, yo soy hermosa. Yo quiero. Ay, yo estoy caliente. Ay, yo estoy caliente.
Alright. I've got something we should maybe try. Right? It's got pads and shit in the background, but if you were to take the low end right off and just have the high, yeah, this could maybe work. It's not a speech, but it's a sort of voice texture. So I shall send you now.
Send over.
CSVA. Right, there you go, bro. I'm going to listen to the other ones here. What the fuck?
Override.
I can't see nothing coming up. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Okay, I've got an Asian one. Give us a second. GODV20. Right. Send you this as well. Here's a couple to try. It's in G minor. I don't know if that will work, but we could always transpose it some way. It's also got the BPM on the sample name. It's 120, I think, for that one.
Roger. 126.
You say you've got till 12 o'clock today?
I've not really got a set time. I've got quite a lot of stuff today. Like,
Yeah, no worries. It's no worries.
like I said, there's no set time, so I would just sweat over 12.
No worries. Guys in the chat, you've got any questions?
Okay, that's not correct.
Production related or anything at all? Getting it fired in the chat. And if you can, guys, share away. Give some folks some insight to what we do.
$120. Okay, let's try this one.
I'm going to be Houdini.
Disappear.
I'm gone! Oh man, I'm so mature.
That's some Hollywood effect right there.
Second man.
Here, by the way,
Did it sound good?
it kind of works. I like that. Like, I'm just going to add a
Put
bit of
some
reverb on.
reverb tail on that fucker tail, and then see when it's building up, build the reverb up, and then bum, 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 bum. Nice.
I want to hear more of that vocal. It's quite.
Well, wait now. I think I've got another one from the same vocalist. So give us. Yeah, I do. Oh, right. Here we go. This is when the magic starts to happen, guys. The magic is starting to happen. Right.
When is it going to be kicking back in again? 73?
No.
No? Keep it going.
Keep it going, building up to 81. I think 81 is when it's bang right into it. Because what we're going to do is swell the reverb.
You could stretch the vocal on that if you want as well.
Well, I've just sent you another one, so we could actually.
That one, that's what I was meaning, like to try and when it comes out into the. It's just before it drops, sort of thing, or it goes back into it. 150.
105.
Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Never mind.
It's all good.
Rain fart there. Show and folder.
But then I'm just thinking, right, so what sort of percussion wise are we looking for when it's building up? So sort of like the closed hats ones, the that sort of thing. And then maybe have we got claps in there? Have we got claps? Like
Got swing claps, but as normal claps.
I wouldn't say that yet.
Swing claps, kick, light shaker. No, it doesn't appear for 2 seconds.
What we could do is those swing claps, if you just use one of the claps and just have it on every second kick, like the 2 and 4. So do, just for the build up even. I don't know.
Okay. I could do that. So on here I'll just why isn't it not letting me? Is it a MIDI clip? Is it MIDI? No, she's setting them in audio, that's why.
They are dry though, so they've not got any effect.
Is that just a 909 clip? Or
cannot remember.
Sounds like I think it's one of these.
Obviously the 707 sounds quite similar.
Right. Where do you want it to start clapping? About 68.
Right, so start from 65. Let's hear it.
I'll take the rides out as well. Let them start.
Yeah. Yes. Right, okay, so take the vocals out to start with. You know what? It could even be to 97 till or did I say that anyway? Till it kicks in. The vocals sound too high in levels, I would say as well. It sounded overpowers.
I think it's because the reverb as well is kind of building up.
Alright. So yeah, but you got the see on the reverb. You've cut it off, haven't you?
I've got because it's a sound, so I shall automate the volume if you want the reverb. So it tails it, if you know what I mean. It's sort of dry at the start, or what?
Yeah, I would say though, the most of the reverb you're wanting, if it's 97 that we're dropping in, right? I want most of the reverb swelling like more, like from 89 to 97.
Okay,
You know
all the way up to there.
And I would say from 93, I think it's 93 or I don't know.
That's a massive gap. Well, it's a minute, really.
Yeah. Right, ride cymbals need to start there. And then I would say maybe the vocals should come the next bar, the next 8 bars. So 81.
A wee trick. If you're moving automation on Ableton,
Yeah.
just for like how I moved it over there and the automation never moved.
Alright, yeah.
To avoid that, you just put it back to where it was and hit that wee padlock. So when you move your stuff, your automation moves with you. Saves you a lot of hassle, depends on what you're wanting to do, sort of thing.
Cool, man.
Just wee tricks like that.
Tips and tricks. They all help. Keyboard shortcuts are a must for me, like.
Oh, definitely. I couldn't go back without my keyboard shortcuts now.
Totally.
It's time. Let's try. Are you having a crash there as well? Have a crash?
Nah.
Nah, just nothing.
That stab thing that you put in.
Yeah, where is that actually? Top one or the bottom one?
And that text stab. Have that low pass filter and bringing it up. So it's like boom, 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 and build that up as well. Because what we're trying to do is build everything. So the reverb gets a big swell. You've got the low pass filter on the pianos coming up. Then percussion's getting added. Then a crescendo, a boom straight into it. Not that one. The other take the one underneath.
Sounds like it's
I think that's alright.
That's in key, yeah. So what did it say?
I would say so. Oh, hello, Stevie Cat. How you doing?
There?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we automate the
pianos. No. So from 65. So
have it going down.
I would say, see from 63, have it going down to that point there, where you're right where you're at, right? So instead it being, yeah, and have it
building up from here.
I would say, because see from 59, it comes up. I would say comes up to about maybe just after 61, and then bring it back down again. So it goes up, then back down.
Back down into
Yep,
65.
yep,
Aye.
Yep.
The
Right.
thing is, off-putting day things have just started the
The
reshake.
We shake,
Sounds like it's just about to bring it into something.
Shake that booty.
Shake that booty. So have it just before we get rid of that now.
And as well, that's quite sudden as well, right? We'll sort that. I think either.
The strings could be automated as well. Get a cut off on them if you want, or do you want to have them straight in?
Okay, so see how you've got the high pass filter on the kick. It's either on or off, isn't it? Because what I was thinking of, from 61 to 65, if you could have the kick, maybe and the bass, to be honest, right? High pass filter going from 0 up to that point, right? So it goes and it gets tinnier, right? Till then it goes into that.
Into 65. So you want me to automate it? I could
yeah,
what I'll
so
do is I'll
automate it for about 61 to 65.
So from here I'll have it coming back on. Is it this one? Let's see.
Yeah, but going.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
No, it's just that I
Oh,
can't mind. You can, when it's been so long when you've done automation settings and you're trying to remember like just the parameters and stuff.
Aye, man, it's all good. Right, give us a second. I'm going to put my heating up. I'm absolutely freezing.
So my hands are cut. What happened to some of them? Right.
Here we go. Good, we have to do music videos, eh? Like on my way to Amarillo, Peter Gay style.
Do you mean like that's that way?
What you say, bro?
You mean you want it this style, yeah?
Yes.
Right, so I'll automate it. Let's see.
You're the man.
Too much?
It needs to go from completely off up, because what happens is when that gets turned on, it just goes up a bit, then up. It should go from your baseline up. That makes sense.
Aye, it's just because the resonance was up. I wasn't sure. Should I make another EQ then, do you think? Just to save, because that one's resonated for that specific effect, if you know what I mean.
Yours is a slightly different from me. I use the VPS filter, so I could sort of.
What I'll do is put it on top, so we can. Oh, what the fuck! Get this way. You know, like from
61. When did that come up though? Is that slightly before?
because I've still got the previous automation on. 2 seconds.
That's it.
That better?
Yes.
Do you want a bit more resonance on the?
Keep it playing. Keep it playing. You have that coming up, so it comes, yeah, a little bit later, up to 73. Yeah, so envelopes up to 73. That's it. It's good, man. This is definitely what I was hearing in my head.
Have the strings gone back down again?
Wait, yeah, yes, and see. Right, so, nah, take the strings out to 81. I'm just trying to think how long I want that break. Maybe, to be honest, it's maybe better being slightly longer, just to give that more emphasis. So yeah.
More tension.
More tension, yeah. Yeah, play it further, yeah.
I'm not sure about that noise in there either.
Take away the chick. I would have the chick coming on the 81. Yeah. So, just before it drops in the 90s, like on 97, right, I would have it so the reverb is swelling till just the bar before. So you know how you've got your...
And then it goes dry again.
And then just right off and dry it. Boom, right into it. And have
So
nothing
let's
as well.
get
Have nothing, like no other percussion or that. It's just the pianos on that last 4 beats. Oh, totally what this is needing is a... You know what I mean? Like, low end. This is what this this is what this bit's...
A low end sub.
Yeah, so you heard it, like, Umek uses it quite often. There's a lot of it in techno, but it's like a sort of...
Low
right?
droning noise.
Yes, right, so from that, so you've got the first, is it 16 bars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 bars, I think, I don't know. But that first section, there's no low end, right? And it's just, there's not even any vocals yet, but when those vocals come, it's like...
See what I could get in there.
And then start building the swell and that and that. If you want, I could go into Fruit Loops and make one.
That's entirely up to you. Huh? I could use a really low. Sometimes you get a good effect using a pad, really low note.
Either that or a sawtooth synth, a sawtooth wave.
Synth.
Really gritty but low end. And then what you could do is take the low pass filter and make it just take the edge off. Aye.
I'll get some in that uses a bit like LFO to get a bit of movement as well if you want, if that's like a wee bit modulation, or you
I
just
don't
try
know
to
if it's
keep
needing
that
modulation,
straight.
it's sort of just... It's like it works in like the same way as a crash or a stab would, but except it's just low end. Let me see. I'll open up Fruit Loops again.
Oh. I found something. Too growly.
Huh? And you could have it going from low pass, right? So it's muffled as well. You know, that's what I'm saying about building the swell. So you're building everything. So build that to go, and it sort of gets gritty. And then just before on those 4 beats, take everything off, and it's just a down, 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 boom, straight into it. That's good, man. That's good.
A little bit less aggressive, like it's just placeholder.
It's quite funny, but always find the build-ups like this are the ones that take that I think the longest, because it has to be right. It has to be. It has
To get that right mood there, the right.
Yeah, it has to bring the energy up, so that drop is worth it.
There's the last 4 bars. Don't know what that's doing over here.
And as well, see when it comes into it, I think it should be kick, bass, obviously the piano, the ride cymbal possibly, and then on the next section, hi-hat come in, bring it more energy sort of thing.
That. Don't know what's happened here. I'm just wondering what this next
That's one
sound
thing I
was.
found was different, right? See from techno, see when it goes into it, it's stripped right back. Like compared to trance, hard dance or whatever, when it goes into the main bit, all the percussion's boom, right there. You know what I mean?
Everything's happening at once.
Yeah, loads of things are happening at once. Whereas techno, it's like it gives all the frequencies room to breathe, and it's just
Minimal, it's very.
It's minimal, but it has such a big impact.
Less is more.
Less is more. Less is more.
Why have a... I'm trying to think why there's nothing playing over here. I must have...
You muted something.
What have I done? Kinda got used to this, like I said, the first time producing through these as well.
Yeah, you'll get.
I think I'm getting used to it as well. It's like
to
starting to just feel. Have that in as well for the start.
What,
65.
The sub? No,
Do you want out?
No.
Do you know what I want in for the sub? No.
Nah, bring that low end on the second part. I think the way the vocals come in as well. Could you do a reverse on the vocals so it's got a reverb tail into that? I think it comes into.
Like a reverb, as in, like make a reverb tail.
Yeah.
Make one.
Reverse
right,
one. Reverse reverb.
Sure. Right.
Stevie can't say, just opened up my Ableton. Cheers, guys.
Whatever inspires you.
Whatever inspires you. Glad to be inspired.
Reverb. Right, I'll do this and then record it. decay time.
See, I know you're recording, man, but see that decay time, how that is. That's how I want it to sort of swell up.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll bounce it down the now, then make a channel for this one.
AC Fraser saying, sounding good, man. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
This is the sort of bit where it gets a bit particular, you know what I mean? What we're trying to do is sort of build this break so that when it does drop into the main part, it gives it more oomph, it gives it more tension, and it's down to the details. It's down to, you know, like we're wanting the reverb tail coming up, so it's like got a sort of a swell, crescendo sort of thing. And then it's just adding the sort of percussion and eventually getting to that point.
I think it's the combination, it's finding the right mixing in that as well.
The formula.
Aye. So I shall flatten this. So you want where do you want the reverse coming in?
Just before
where should we put this?
Before the vocal. So yeah, so that's 79. Yep.
I'll get that at the right bit though.
That's all right. Yeah, that's needing to come back a slight notch, isn't it? See, if you were to zoom in to 81, there's a gap. So bring that gap forward. Yeah, so guys in the chat, just wondering what sort of artists have been inspiring you. What tracks are you into right now? What's your favourites? Let us know.
I could get it on because it's sounding. Let's see. Whatever.
See, the thing is as well, is you've got that decay time up for the actual original vocal at 81. Whereas what we're wanting to do is sort of bring that from just a little bit of reverb up. You know what? What if we didn't actually use... What if we didn't use that vocal till 89?
I could always, let me see, put it over here.
Yeah, and have that reverb tail all the way to 89. Can you start reverb tail from 81?
From 81, yeah. I don't think you could hear it.
That's alright.
Get in there, it's better, connecting better. It's sounding a bass coming in.
I love that. I do like.
these are not meant to be in there anyway.
Nah.
Forgot.
Ah, that one's gone. You're stabbed there on 8 to 65. 65.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Is it this one? Oh, it's
That one.
get rid of these unnecessary ones. Ending with that bass, it sounds a bit more like darker, kind of like don't know.
Hold on, man. Let me see. I could ping you something if you want.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm getting pretty hungry as well.
We could get nip this off if you want.
No, there's no rush. So I'm going to go grab food soon in the next 20 minutes or something.
Right, no worries. It would be good to get this bit nailed, and then we could stop there. Like just the build up, and then just those 4 bars at the end. Just
Aye, get this section done, sort of thing.
Aye. Right, I'm gonna try something here, and I'll send you it.
I kind of think what's happened here with my audio. Why is it not playing? But it's something so simple, it's right in front of me.
Usually is. Right. Snap that off.
Okay. What have I done? What have I done?
Okay. I'm just going to automate this and send it to you, bud.
Right.
What I've done is I've just took a sawtooth wave, and what I'm going to do is have it so it goes and sort of low end, rather than having it constant. You know what I mean? It's just going to be a sort of stab, and then it gives it time to breathe, and then.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I would say we need to cut it off. Oh, for Christ's sake! Beep.
That'll be why. Yeah.
So what I'm doing when I send you this, there's going to be like an extra note at the very end. But what I've done is so when I export it, it doesn't cut off before it lets it tail off, like the effects on it.
I get you.
So you just like delete that last note and just cut it off. But right, I'm going to do this then now. This is sorting that, as you can see, I've got the screen now. Just automating this. Oh man, this is going to work, I think. Right, okay.
Sounds quite weird. I like it. It's got like a mysteriousness to it. There's
Aye,
something-
man. Sinister.
Aye, some sinister a bit.
Nah, I do like it. Like. Right, bud, just exporting it now. It'll be with
Yeah,
you
what is?
in 2 seconds.
I quite like that as just a wee kind of you're going about minimalism and stuff, you know. It's just
Aye.
like, to be honest, if I had that come in, I would just start jamming on it. Actually, to be honest,
Aye, man. So when it resonates and gets you going, you know you're onto something. Eh?
I quite like that vocal.
Trust that instinct. Right, man, it's uploading right now. Should receive it in 2
Yeah, nice.
seconds. Listen, man, we'll get this nailed, and then you can go and get something to eat, and we'll get another live stream soon.
I'm free today. Like it's just kind of need to a couple of things I need to do. I've not had my breakfast yet because I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Oh man, oh.
I'm not a big 8 in the morning, so sometimes just wait until later on.
I'll tell you what, mate. We'll see how you feel. See what's obviously you've got a lot on today, but I'm off all day today. So even if you want to jump on later, you could go on again.
I'll be back. I'll definitely be. I'll be here for sure. I was going to nip out and film a couple of bits and bobs, but the weather's looking suspicious anyway. I don't think I'm going to be filming anywhere today.
Nah.
In fact, it's pissing down the road.
Oh no! Typical Scottish weather.
I'll not be filming by the looks of it.
Oh man.
So good, mate. Aye. After I've had food, I'll do a couple of things for about half an hour, then I'll get another message and I'll be free.
Sweet. Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
I love that noise. Like, you know how you're saying it should come in on the I think it has more impact when it's had a bit more room to like come in, if that makes sense.
works there. It's just obviously when it goes onto the brake, I think it does give it that good oomph. Like I say though, don't keep repeating it.
What's that?
I said, like the repetition. Like if you were to repeat that, I would leave it even a full 16 bars before you bring that in again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have it miles away, sort of thing.
Yeah. So you would have like a palette of different stab sounds, and then you would use one, try another, then another, and then what's happening is it's constantly getting a stab sound, but it's different every time, so it keeps the listener intrigued. You know what I mean? It keeps them. It's constantly changing. Oh, I like that. That was like you fucking opened up a fucking MacBook.
What, that one there?
Aye, man, put that in somewhere.
Oh.
Yep.
What I'll do is I'll have this as... Fine, I'll keep it where it is and I'll just take the volume down this way. See, there's... It's like anything, you can control the volume a little bit.
If you've got a stab there, you need to put it to 129, I would say. See how you've got it, one of the each one of those things. Have it more spaced out.
That, mate, listen to that.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's quite loud, so we're just going to adjust the volume.
No worries.
That definitely fits better.
Yeah.
What about the key though after hearing that?
Nah, the key's fine, I think.
Oh, there's your thing. Sawtooth stab.
Sawtooth stab. So, aye, where you've got that low, the drone one, I would just mute that for now, put that one in, and then have it. Like I say, there's a wee note at the end of that, just nip that off. But
is it audio? It will be, yeah.
Audio, yeah.
Of course, it will be.
So who's tuned in? Give us a wee shout on the chat.
Put it just before here. Put it there. Mate, that sounds like the old PlayStation starting up.
So we went from fucking a MacBook,
Yeah.
Apple MacBook to PlayStation.
You can if you were to like slow that. You came what I'm on about there. Is it
exactly
PlayStation
which one
2?
you're
Oh
on
no,
about.
PlayStation 1. PlayStation
Aye,
1.
man, the fucking orange fucking...
Aye.
Or the goldy diamond thing.
That was the sound trying to get your CD after you had cleaned it and that, trying to get Crash Bandicoot working for the first time.
Wow.
I like it. Want me to put some reverb on that?
Right, okay, so start from the break. Let's hear it from the break. 65.
Aye.
Work it from there.
Here we go, mate. I think it could do with some in the transition from there.
Yeah, it needs still to build. It feels like it loses energy from 81.
That kind of just drifts a bit.
It does. I wonder.
Could automate the percussion then filter it. No. I can drop the energy a bit and then come back in.
See how it's coming up here? Boom. Just put it in 8 to 9. Yeah, so cut that back, and then I wouldn't even have the vocal normal, like forward. I would just have that reverb tail up, and then have you automated the reverb on the piano yet?
For a reverb tail on the piano?
Yeah, so it swells up. Have we done that yet?
No, yet I don't think.
Right, I would have it from 8 to 1 swell.
Oh, we have actually. What's this?
I don't know.
I think we made that last time for one of the fills.
No. I mean a reverb tail, not backwards. Yeah. Sorry. What I mean is like so.
Just the same thing as like that, basically, but on the piano.
Nah. It's
no.
It's so that the reverb decay time or that whatever swells up. It's not the reverb before the
actual processing after it. Like you want, I get you.
It's just like how you were mucking about with the delay time and it made it more intense. That's the sort of thing that we were after. So like from 8 to 1,
so we turn the wetness up on the.
Yeah, the wetness. Yeah, so like from about either 73 or 8 to 1, swelling it up, and then like that those 4 beats before it kicks in, that cuts off, and it's just dun 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 bang right into it, but dry. So the reverb wetness comes off and it's more dry. Oh, my mum's popped on. She says, fantastic teamwork makes it all very interesting.
Hello. There we go. Right. Just because I was trying to readjust there for where we were going. So we're taking it back. Instead of kicking in at 97, we're going to take it to 8 to 9, did you say?
8 to 9.
Making sure there's not going to be any problems with automation.
No worries. That's the thing, when you start moving the project backwards and that needs to be everything.
I hate that when sometimes, because depending on how complex or intricate you've done stuff.
100%. You've got to be on the ball. And know
if you miss something, like a reverb setting that was previously made for a section before or something, like it flings you off.
Totally.
I'll get the reverb tail going on that piano.
Yeah. And then, like I say, cut it off so it's dry just before it.
Sounds like there's something else on it.
Right, so bring that, you know how it envelopes down like that? Have it straight down. Have it straight down just before it. Yeah, back, right there.
Getting there.
It is getting there. So every, you know how you could hear other things at that point. You just want that piano. So if you could cut off anything that's underneath. Also, I find that reverb tail of the vocal should be bringing in there, so that's swelling as well. I don't know if it was there. I was kind of unsure. Yeah. So bring that back. For. No. Forward.
Oh no, on the before the 4 bar dry.
Forward a little bit more. There. so you...
What's that noise? Gonna help. Why does the piano sound off?
I don't know, but it does.
You hear that, aye?
Yep, I hear that. I hear that.
I think that's
Everything's snapped to grid, it looks like.
wait a minute, what the hell? Let me check.
Strange one.
Nothing's been chopped or sliced or... Ah, wait a minute.
I think that sounds better. Yeah. So just a wee quick one before you go away, man. Right? If you could take off the percussion, so when it kicks in, take away the hi-hat. I think all that is actually in there. I think you've got the have that off, right? So it's just the, I think it's the ride cymbal. So I've just the ride cymbal, and then bring in the hi-hat only with it.
That's what's wrong, there's a bit top end got off it.
Then hi-hat there. 93 hi-hat. Boom, yeah.
Closed or open? Open.
Open, yeah.
What the? PlayStation's on again. Forgot about that. That needs to go over.
Yeah, that needs to go just, I would say 91. Yeah, I would say the sawtooth low end, that one in purple, should go about 81 or 73. Probably need to hear the break from the start of 65. Did the high pass filter come off there? For the kick?
It's because we're mid. No, have I moved it? No.
Just keep it playing, it's alright. Just keep it playing, we'll sort it.
Do you want some like artifacts in the background here, like wee noises, anything, or are you trying to keep it quite
That comes in late.
empty? What comes in late? Sorry.
The sawtooth thing. The sawtooth there. It should be there exactly where I think you've just moved. Yeah. It comes late. No, it should go on the beat. Go back to 73 and play it from 73. No, that should go about 77, I think. But it's just if you play it from 73. Do you hear it? It comes just after the kick. It should be on the kick. Maybe it's... Ah, there's a slight delay. See if you zoom into that. That's what I was hearing.
Sneaky blighter.
Right, and
You can
put it on 81 again as well.
81 again. You could also cool tip it Ableton as well for quickly like doubling that. So you kind of like stretch it out, just double the length.
Oh, cool.
If you want to make it longer. 79.
That was on 77, I think, and then 81.
Do you want it on 81? It's a bit of random.
Right, so on 77 and 81, sorry. If you play a bit. Yeah, 85. See when it goes in there, take away the ride cymbals there, sorry. Just have it just kick bass in the piano. Yeah.
Aye, that minimum.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
But no, that's good, man. We could cut it off there. Get some fresh ears for next time.
It's one of those projects that we kind of left in a state we should have maybe organised a bit more, but
it's all good, man.
you know what I'm saying? It's like it's in a tricky state as it is, if you know what I mean. It's
yeah. I mean, some projects are totally
the pernickety stage.
Yes,
if you get me.
Yes. But that'll get refined and fine tuned as we go on. So it's all good.
It's not just to let people know, not for me, but for people watching. You know, it's not sometimes the most exciting for people to watch this side. Depends what you're into, I suppose. If you're into production and that,
yeah,
then
I mean,
you might love it.
It can be interesting to people who's never seen this done before, but I totally get. It can be boring, especially going through the pernickety stage of trying to get all the details sorted and arrangement. It can be like that, but that's always why you should go away with fresh ears, especially when you've been looping over the same thing. That's what we were talking about earlier on. Like, we've got it to a stage now, right, we're happy, we're sort of half happy with that, at least it's on the right track, you know what I mean? So
it's out the loop sort of thing, and then you could hear for here on in, you could be like, right, I'm going to change that structure a wee bit, maybe. Just makes it easier for you building it, I think.
Exactly, because I mean, I think we've probably spent a good half an hour, 45 minutes or something on that break. You know what I mean? Just fine tuning it, getting it good. So yeah, it's good to go away, get something to eat, get some fresh ears, and then come back to it later.
Definitely, mate. I'm here all day, so I'm up for another stream later.
Sounds good. Sounds
if
good.
You're down.
I'll hit you a message. Right,
no
to everyone who's tuned in, cheers very much. We should be back later on. Go back and do this track.
Hopefully get finished, or near enough finished, get a rough version finished.
Yeah, it'll be really good. Hey, imagine if we could play this on the live stream. That'd be awesome. I love the sound.
We'll get that done. We'll get that done.
So, right, take it easy. See you later, guys. Catch you next time.
Cheers for watching.